Hi, thank you so much for tuning in to P2P Relates, where we talk about all things relationships. I'm Pat Renfro, and today I want to help you figure out how to get your healthy hustle on. I'm going to give you 5 ways to do it so that you can be honest, you can be above board, you can be successful, and you can get it going, all right? But I want to help people understand that in this world, we all got to hustle. We all got to do something to make our reality what we want it to be. The first thing you need to do in order to get your healthy hustle on is you got to figure out what your gift is, what your purpose is. What is it you think you've been put on this earth to do? And what would that involve? So you got to do some work there. Before you figure that out, you may look over and see other people doing this or that and seeing that it's successful and saying, ooh, I think I'll do that too. That's kind of worthless because it's painful too. If it doesn't work out, like maybe there's a layoff and you get laid off of that job and you don't get back in the field, it's pretty devastating, especially if you went to school for it. Now, we know in 2021 that most people may have a career in a particular area for 5 years, and then after that, they move on to something else. So I don't really mean for the rest of your life, but what I do mean is that when we're dealing with purpose and we're dealing with calling and we're dealing with gifts, those are things that came before you even got here. Those are things that came before you ever went to school. And so you want to figure out what those are, because even though you may change jobs every 5 years or so, or you may move into different arenas, it's probably going to be tapping into different aspects of your gift over and over again. They don't really go away. They just morph into different things. So you got to figure that out. That's step 1. Let's look at 2. You got to figure out why you want to do what it is you think you want to do. And you also have to know, who is it going to impact in a positive way? Whose life is going to have value added to it because of whatever it is you end up doing? Because see, we're in this world together. You've heard me say before, no man is an island, no man stays alone. And so we all are in this world together, and we need each other in order to be all that we're supposed to be. We need every particular type of position that exists in this world to make the world go round. There's different people that love to do different things. Some other people in the population would hate to do that thing. And if we had to depend on those people to get that particular role accomplished, we'd be in trouble, right? So all the gifts work together. And your gift should better someone else's life. It's not all about you. If whatever it is you want to do is not really going to impact anybody else, it's probably not the best thing for you to be doing. The third one is kind of obvious, but what is it going to take for you to get to that? What is it going to take for you to be able to end up doing that type of work in your life, to be able to be successful? When I decided I wanted to do the YouTube channel, I had to look and see what's in it for me, but how am I going to impact other people? And what is it going to take for me to do that? What is it going to take for me to impact? What's the timeline? How long is it going to take? What equipment do I need? We could go on, but I'm not trying to educate you about that because that's not what I particularly create content about. But other people have to think about that. So I just wanted to say, you need to figure out what it's going to take for you to do that thing. Do you have to go to school? For how long? How much is it going to cost? Are there grants and scholarships available? Or is this a field that you almost always have to pay for? Is it long term, or is it 2 years, 4 years? Do you have an apprenticeship? All those things. Who did it before you? And what success did they get? What kind of income could they do? What part of the world do you need to do that in? What state or city or country would best support what it is you're talking about? Does that matter? You need to have all those questions answered, because getting those answers are going to position you appropriately. See, we can come up with ideas. We can even have a gift and we can pursue it. But if we don't have all the data to go with it, we may go nowhere. So when we hustle, let's hustle smart. Let's hustle well. Let's be healthy in our hustle. Number 4, you got to establish SMART goals. Because if I say I'm going back to school to become an engineer, I got to figure out what is the best school? How long is it going to take me? Do I have the aptitude for that? And why do I want to do it? Now, I've already said these things, but in this fourth stage, you got to put the actual plan in place. Prior to this fourth stage, you might have known through reading and research and listening to YouTube videos or wherever else you get your information, and you could stop and say, okay, I'm going to have to go back to school. But now we got to come up with a plan. Okay, do I get a loan, or do I do an internship? Can I get this same skill working for someone? If I do go to school, am I going to go where I am already, or do I need to relocate? What is it going to take? What type of place do I want to be in? All these things have to be not only figured out, but then executed. I got to pick up the phone and apply for student loans if that's what it's going to take, or go to the bank to apply, or do a fundraiser or GoFundMe and see if people will pay for it. I don't know, but all those logistical things need to be worked out. Timeline, when does school start again for that particular program? Not every school starts in September. Now that we're in the pandemic, most things are online, but there may be some things you have to do in class as well. So all those things need to be planned out well, budgeted. Maybe there's something you're going to have to stop in order to make that particular new thing begin to manifest. So that means, what is it going to take for me to replace income? Because if I stop working this job to go to school, how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to take care of my kids? Who can do it for me? All these things have to be planned out. You got to have a plan. And then you need to, 5, establish SMART goals that guide your plans clearly. Because if I have goals, but they're not realistic, I haven't really thought about the timeline that it's really going to take, or the amount of money that I need to spend, or the amount of work that I need to do to get on the journey, the road, traveling toward my goals, then it's not going to work. So it has to be realistic. And I just want to encourage you to do whatever it takes, because it will pay dividends down the road. And also keep this in mind. You don't always accomplish what you set out to accomplish the very first time. Sometimes people go to school, let's say right after high school, they go to college to get a degree. And they think, okay, I'm going to go 4 years to college, and then I'm going to get out and I'm going to get my job and I'm going to be blah, blah, blah. Well, it doesn't always go that way. Life happens. Things happen. Somebody in your family may pass away. You may have a baby. You may find a job that's just phenomenal, and it's an excellent precursor to the education that you need, and it's better to put it off for now. Life happens. So go with the flow. Allow yourself to go through the hills and the different challenges that you may face, and then put the work in. And always check in with people who are where you want to be. Learn from them. Find out some of the things that they went through. Get their advice. Welcome them to give you feedback. Meet with them periodically to just check in and see how your progress is coming. Again, if you align your efforts with the gifts that you have inside, the sky is the limit to how you can get your healthy hustle on. And you can do it. And it's never too late. I'm an example. It's never too late. So don't give up. Just press in, be determined, stay focused, get an audience of people that you can be accountable to and that will mentor you and help you grow. And let's hustle healthily. All right. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you, subscribers. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Tap the bell and you'll get notifications when I do uploads, which is every Friday. And always give me a like and share it with others. I welcome your comments, and I look forward to talking to you next Friday. All right, take care. Bye.